Hi, Keith Lindsay here. I want to make a video to show what has happened to my Walker Mower B27i. I've had this mower for about 3.5 years. I bought it used. It only had like 240 hours on it when I bought it. And now it has 750 hours. So I had to take it to the shop the other day. The PTO belt was shredding. And I got to looking at it, and the bottom pulley was not square. It was a little bit off angle. So I took it to the shop. Mechanic looked at it real quickly, and he said, I think your bearings in your bottom pulley is worn out. So he ordered a new pulley, ordered a new belt. When the parts come in, he went to put it back together, and then he noticed that the frame was broke. That's why the bottom pulley that you can see back here was not square. It was off angle a little bit because the frame was broke. The frame here where the PTO shaft comes through is all made in together. So you can't buy just this part and replace it. The only way to fix it properly is to order a new frame, completely disassemble the entire mower, take every piece off of it, and put it back on the new frame. Which the labor alone in that would be crazy expensive. So I'm not going to do that. But now I have a mower that I can't use. So there's a couple of them on Facebook Marketplace that has frames broken in the exact same place that they're trying to sell. I've seen a couple on YouTube with broken frames. So I believe Walker knows that they have a issue with their frames. Even back before the B27i, I think that's why they re-engineered the frame from the B23i, but they still have a weak frame. And I think that's for two reasons. The steel that they use on a B is not near as thick as the steel on a Model T, MT. And the second reason when they made the B27i, they changed from the manual PTO lever to an electric PTO. And I think when that comes on, that it's too violent, too sudden, and it stresses the metal around that frame, around the PTO shaft, and then it breaks. I don't know why they went away from the manual PTO shaft. I've had 6 Walker B mowers over the years. They've all had the manual PTO lever just like the MTs do until this one. Why did they change that? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's nothing to go wrong with a manual PTO lever. Just like on this mower, you got a manual lever right here. That turns it on, that turns it off. Simple as can be, nothing can go wrong. With any electric PTO, at some point in time, 2 things are going to happen. Your PTO switch is going to go out, and your PTO clutch is going to go out. It's just a matter of time. It's going to happen. This right here, don't break. It's simple. It's easy. Why did they do that? I don't know. Some things that Walker does is really smart. Some things they do is not so smart. This is the mower that I have replaced the B with. Like I say, it's not usable now. And I don't think I'll ever buy another B. This is a MTSD. It's made just like an MTGHS. It just doesn't have the bagger right here. It has this little bed. And under the seat, it doesn't have the blower fan, which would normally, of course, sit right there. But look how thick that steel is right there on a MT model. A lot thicker than the steel on a B. I just don't think that a B is heavy duty enough for commercial use. And I wouldn't recommend that anyone buy one, a B model, for commercial use. Like I say, I've had 6 of them, and I've never really had a problem until this one. But I've kept this one longer than any others. Typically, I'll buy one and then I'll trade in a couple of years and get another one. Maybe a newer one, maybe a new one, maybe a higher horsepower one or whatever. But I've kept this one longer. But still, it only has 750 hours on it. So again, I would not recommend that for a commercial user. A homeowner that only mows an hour or 2 a week, a B model would probably do fine and last them for years and years and years. But I just don't think they're heavy enough for commercial use. Another thing I like better about the MTs is the Eaton transmissions. These are just heavier duty, they're just tougher. I had one Walker MT GHS that I bought new, had 4,000 hours on it when I sold it. Never had a problem with the transmissions. I know that Walker has had some issues with the B transmissions, the Hydra gear. When they first come out, I believe it was a 2800 transmission in them, and now they've discontinued that. So if you've got an older B that the Hydra goes out on, you can't get one. They don't make them no more. They've gone to a 3100, like's in the B27i that I have. But anyway, I just think the MT is made heavier all around. The ground speed is not as fast. However, if you change this pulley right here on your drive belt, the stock pulley is, I don't know, probably 1.5 times that size. The smaller pulley makes this turn more RPMs and increases your speed a little bit. I think stock is 6.5 miles per hour top speed on the MT. This one is running a little more than 7.5. So I've gained a little more than 1 mile per hour by just changing that pulley. But again, I would not recommend a B for a commercial cutter. This is a 56-inch side discharge deck that I bought to put on the B27i. I was using a 52-inch deck on it, and that deck is older and has a lot of hours on it, and it's just seen its better days. So I bought this one to put on the B, and but in the meantime, I had the frame issue. So obviously, I'm not going to use this deck on that mower. So I put it on this MT, and it's doing fine. Now this is a 23 horsepower carbureted engine, and the B27i, of course, has the 27 EFI engine. And I was a little concerned at first that the 23 might not have enough horsepower to run a 56-inch deck. But so far, it's done fine. I've had it on here a couple of weeks. And of course, now we are in the summertime, and our cool season grass has slowed down growing. But so far, it's done fine. The real test will be next spring when the grass is growing like crazy and has a lot of chlorophyll and juice in the blades of grass. But the reason I kind of bought this mower and not another B is this mower. I did a little experiment with this one. This one is a MT GHS. This is one of the commemorative MTs that they made to commemorate their 100,000th mower. This is a 28 horsepower EFI. The EFI at that time, back in '08, was a 26 horsepower. So on the commemorative edition, they upped it a couple of horsepower. It has the chrome wheels on it and has chrome on it here and on the intake and stuff. So it was just a little fancier. But anyway, I've got two of those. Two of them that was identical that has baggers on them. Well, I'm not bagging as much grass now just because of the pain of having to dispose of grass clippings. So this is a 52-inch mulch deck. So I was running it on here and I had the idea, I wonder what will happen if I take the bagger off. So I took the bagging unit off. It's fine, still works great. It's in my basement now. If I ever need to put it back on here, put it back on in just a few minutes. This still has the blower in it. Right here. This one has a blower lockout right here. All you do is pull that little red lever forward and it disengages your blower fan. So that's not robbing horsepower from you when you're not using the blower. But when I took the hopper off of this mower, it changed it completely. You know, a walker with the bagger has never been known to be great on hills, especially with any grass in the hopper. But this mower here, it goes great on hills. And I think without the weight of the hopper, and especially like I say with any grass in it, or even the weight of this little bed, I don't know what that bed weighs, but it's heavier than this one, of course, with nothing. This one goes great on a hill. And that was the main reason I had a B, is for hills, and obviously when I'm not bagging grass, when I'm side discharging or mulching. But I think that this one, with nothing here, goes just as well as a B. And another thing I like about this is the engine runs cooler. It has to. It's not covered up by either a hopper or the bed like on that mower there. It gets air around it. It has to run cooler. Most mower manufacturers, their engines are not covered up like a walker is. You know, they're on the back of a zero turn or like other mowers. The engines are just kind of on the back there, not covered up. So this is the route that I'm going to go. I don't think I'll ever buy another B. I think I'm just going to stay with the MTs, either in a side discharge version with a little bed like that, or just take the hopper off and use it just like this with either a mulching or a side discharge deck. Now, one thing that I did like about the B is the seat. This is the real expensive Grammer seat. I think last time I priced one, it was like $1,400 or something crazy like that. But this seat here doesn't have near the travel up and down as this seat. This is the Walker Comfort seat, which normally has no suspension at all. But I bought this suspension kit to put underneath the comfort seat. I bought this, I think, from Seat Warehouse. Seems like it's like $150 or whatever. But it has a lot more travel right here of cushion than the very expensive grammar seat does. So I'm recommending people don't buy the grammar seat, because this has so much more foam padding right here. It's so much more comfortable, and you get more suspension here. So just buy more with the comfort seat on it, and then put this underneath it. But anyway, like I say, I just wanted to make this video about the bees and kind of my disappointment in them, and maybe I can prevent someone else from having a similar problem. So don't buy a B, buy an MTSD, or take the hopper off of an older MTGHS. So that's all for now, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks. I did want to add something else to the video. I mow manicured high-end lawns. I'm not mowing rough places. I'm not using the mower as a bush hog or anything like that. Not been abused at all. Like I say, I use one, but I certainly don't abuse one. I take care of and maintenance them, and all that stuff that you're supposed to do. So I didn't want someone to think that, you know, I'd been using this bee in too rough conditions or something like that. But anyway, just wanted to add that in. Thanks.